thought you were safe and I was gone, did you? Well, I got my wife's car checked in and I came back. I'm back! Woo! I don't know why I'm yelling like that, but I am. I'm trying to wake myself up. I'm tired of shit, man. Okay? I've already explained this. I'm tired. Last live. In my last live. I'm not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice. So don't base anything I say off these videos. I'm just doing it for pure entertainment purposes only. That being said, want to jump in. I froze. I froze up. I went blank. My sleeping pattern is off tonight, okay? I went to bed way late last night. I was spending time with my mom. My wife is helping take care of my mother at nights because, you know, the story, terminal, sad stuff. I don't want to talk about it. I'm going to suppress my emotions deeply for now and talk about AMC and GameStop. I'm back. I'm back, baby. So, GME announced a while back that they were going to dilute the stock. What that means is basically add shares so they can pull profit for the company. If you're a GME stockholder, I don't think that's a bad thing necessarily. Yes, you will see the stock dip for a little bit, but you know, I feel like they did it. They did it. I can't. I'm skipping out on you. I feel like they did it. You understand what I'm saying? I feel like they did it at a better time than AMC did, if you will. AMC diluted as well. As soon as AMC diluted, everyone was like, "Adam man works for the hedgies." But when, you know, we're not talking about that. I don't want to go there. I'm not going to get negative Nancy on you. So yeah, AMC has been through this. We diluted the stock. It was necessary. Now for GME, I don't have as much DD, but I understand why they dilute. You know, it is a necessary thing most of the time. GME diluted, so they're going to pull profit. I don't know what their goal is how much more they're going to dilute, but it wasn't that much considering, and I'm pretty sure they probably met their goal fast if they haven't already. I don't know, or if they have or haven't, I don't know. But from what I'm reading, they diluted. That's why the drop came in. It wasn't an attack. So here's the thing. If you get the attack on top of the dilution, we could be going back down to the 20s, which would be kind of, you know, maybe even under 20 possibility, which then is going to rise the question. Everyone's going to say, well, is Ryan Cohen working for the hedgies? I don't think they're going to say that because it's not AMC. AMC, we have to deal with that type of shit all the time. Hopefully GME isn't the same, but dilution necessarily isn't always a bad thing. I'm saying these things weird. It's because I'm tired. Dilution is generally a way for the company to pull in money, pay debt, or whatever the reason they need the money for, you know. That you just got to trust your board and CEO at that point. So for me, I believe that it was probably a necessary, you know, for profit taking, whatever the case is, to make the company more profitable. It's not a bad thing when the company you're invested into is making money. Now, at the expense of the shareholder, yes, it kind of sucks for a moment, but you will see, for me personally, when AMC dilutes, when the dilution share offering is over, you'll see it pump right back up, because these type of stocks have such a huge following, and there's so many people that like the stock and like the company that it'll just continue to grow. And I think they know that. I think we know that. I think hedges know that, but they're going to play it on you. They're going to, you know, in my personal opinion, I don't know this for factual evidence. All I'm getting is messages saying these messages are held for review. So I don't know what y'all saying. Probably talking about how beautiful I am and complimenting me. So thank you. Anyways, but yeah, there's you know, unlimited potential in these stocks. But when the dilution comes in, it goes down, and then they can short attack it or whatever type of fudgery they normally do. They can do that on top of it and push it down even more. So, you know, someone just says balls. Yeah. So I think what happens with this is I don't know. I'm assuming GME needed money to, you know, whatever they need to do with the company. So, this isn't necessarily a bad thing. Like I said, it strengthens the company when they dilute. It sucks for a little minute while you're the shareholder, but for people like me that are wanting to buy more shares and it dipped, it was good. Now, if it dips even more, I'm still fine with that. I'm going to buy more at a lower cost because I've committed to insanity, and I'm going to continue to buy and hold GME as well as AMC like I always have been. I don't want to get it twisted. I'm not shining the light away from AMC or GME. I'm on both, you know. I'm balls deep in both, if you will, since all I'm getting in my comments is balls. Sons of bitches, man. We can never have a serious conversation. But anyways, yeah. So dilution, if what I'm reading is true that they did dilute, that is probably, you know, the main reason for the dip. Or hear me out, it could be, you know, an attack already gone through and then the dilution on top of it. You know, you don't know what's going on this other side. Sometimes it's a mental game. They like to mess with you. So they could have attacked it down further and then just blamed it on dilution, and then people are going to come in and say, oh my God, they screwed us over. Why would they do that on a run-up? You know, they're against us, or Keith Gill's working with the head, whatever. People are going to say what they want to say. There's going to be a lot of confusion. Just do your own DD, have your own conviction if you want. You don't have to. Someone says, I never sold AMC and it's seriously a lost cause. However, I never sold. Well, Arizona Party Boy, what's up, man? Thanks for the comment. I don't, for me personally, I don't think it's a lost cause. I'm talking about the GME dilution, though. GME did the same thing that AMC did. It's just that AMC has, you know, every company that has these potential run-ups has their own FUD. I know more about AMC because I've watched and looked into it. AMC was on the brink of Chapter 11. They needed to dilute. They had to, or there'd be no shares left for anyone. I believe they would have had to file Chapter 11. They did what they needed to do to strengthen the company. I believe AMC has huge potential because of the movies coming back out. Movies seem to be back. It's more of a common thing. They've built up an arsenal of different types of companies. They're running, you know, popcorn, credit cards, candy, alcohol, their own snacks, distribution of movies, etc., trying to make money. So on top of the fact that movies are coming back, they have that as well to help them make money going forward. So I think even if there was no such thing as a squeeze, take it all out of AMC, they fundamentally, the stock is worth much more than what it's sitting at now, in my personal opinion. I'm not a financial advisor, so I don't know for sure. Don't take no advice from me, just throwing it out there. GME, on the other hand, its business is kind of doing something similar. They've started selling like graded baseball cards. They're doing all sorts of types of things that would potentially help them as well. I don't have as much DD on GameStop. I don't pretend to. I'm still learning as I go. But I do believe that they've got a huge following. Similar to AMC. AMC is similar to GameStop, however you want to word it. And I think I would be stupid not to, you know, jump on the wagon. And Space Cooler, am I an AMC? Yes, I am. My AMC position is much higher. I've been buying and holding AMC for a long time, pre-split and after the split. So I've done a lot more DD and investigation, if you will, on AMC. So I feel comfortable buying and holding. GameStop, I'm basically, you know, I know it's not the thing to do, but I was just kind of riding the algos on GameStop for the last couple of years, pretty much just pulling profits and buying in, pulling profits, buying in. And then when it dipped down to like that $10, I kind of had an instinct to buy in and hold. When I didn't, I sold some. I sold a lot of it, but I made some good money, and now I'm putting it all back in. Buy, hold is my end game with both of these. I'll probably never sell. Juke joint. I never sold my AMC in 3 years. Got screwed with the RS. The average 45. Now it's at around 9. Can't wait to get the F out of AMC. A lot of people feel that way. You're entitled to your opinion. I think we would have got, you know, if you feel like you got screwed because of the reverse split, I understand, because, you know, I get what you're saying, but I didn't like it either. I didn't want to have my shares split up and my average shot up, but that wasn't, you know, I think without the reverse split, in my personal opinion, this company would be Chapter 11. We would have 0 shares, and we'd be, looking at the hole like that. Like, we got 0, we got nothing. Then we really would have been like, then people would have really been screwed. So, yeah. DT, what's up, man? He says RS saved the company. The reverse split saved the company and AMC, and I do believe that is true as well. Everyone has their own opinion. I'm not trying to change your mind. I don't even, whatever you feel is what you feel at this point. There's been enough DD. There's been enough time for everyone to do their own research. So whatever opinion you have on it, I'm not here to try to change your mind. But GameStop did dilute. Remember when AMC diluted? Everyone was like, "Adam, man, screwed us over." So, OG Star Killer, GME merger incoming. I told you about Butterfly. Yeah, that would be crazy, man. Butterfly. What? What did we say? You probably did, but I'm telling you, I don't remember things here. 10:23 in the evening there, where he's at. Oh, it's nighttime. Yeah, I slept like about 2 hours last night, so I'll probably come back on this video, and like right now I feel like I'm sounding all educated and smart and smiling, and I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna be like, hey, buy and hold. That's pretty much what it comes out to. BBY, yeah. Now DK Butterfly. Oh, okay, yeah. Oh, okay. Juke Joint says, "Oh, RS did save the company. I just wish I would have sold before. I need my money to pay my home car instead of stuck in AMC." Yeah, I understand that. That sucks, man. The hedgies and whoever, in my personal opinion, has got us in these positions. But in my opinion, AMC will have its time in the sun. Like what Lou used to always say, it'll have its time in the sun. Like I do believe that AMC will have its time to shine. And it seems like it's happening now. There's a little bit of an uprise. I haven't looked. What's kind of funny about this is if GME diluted and the stock went down, then why did AMC go down? You know what I mean? AMC didn't dilute. What? Yeah. The kitty chat is kitty chat. Sounds like some perverted shit, huh? I'm waiting on the kitty chat tonight. Kitty chat, last I looked, he says that 83,000 in line for the chat. Yeah. I'm ready to kitty chat. I'm ready to see what he has to say, man. God, the anticipation is probably going to be better than what really comes out on the video. You know what I mean? We're just like, what's it going to say? What's it going to do? AMC, GME. There's people putting FFIE in there. It's just, Kitty needs to do something to make this crap move. Juke Joint says something. And I don't think the thing that's funny is there's so many people in it already. I almost wonder that, yeah, I think that when he says something, people build their confidence and probably like, yeah, let's go, boys. But I don't think he necessarily moves the stock. There's so many people involved. If you look at like Cosmic Lightning Warrior, there's other YouTubers, Moran's Rants, like him or not. I know he doesn't like AMC, he talks shit about him, but there's so many people that follow those type of YouTubers just on YouTube. I'm not even talking about Reddit or Facebook, any other Twitter. There's a lot of people in GME, so to say it's only Roaring Kitty moving things, it's a cop out for them. They need a scapegoat and everything, just like AMC needs a scapegoat. It was, for a long time it was, all they talked about in AMC was hedge funds and Citadel and this and that, and then all of a sudden it got turned on, and then it was all about Adam Aaron. So it is what it is. There's always going to be a scapegoat. Right now, GME, they've got to blame someone, They've got to blame someone. That's how it is. I got to go check and see what we need to do here real fast. Oh, come on. I'm getting a lot of messages held for review, so if you think I'm blocking them or not reading them or whatever the case is, it's not me, I swear. YouTube, if you say something that they don't feel is good, they're gonna put you on review. So I don't know what you're saying. Probably call me a gaylord. I've got that a few times. Hold on, let me go see what my wife needs real quick. Hold on, right back. Don't leave. my pants. Got it back. Don't jump. You thought I was done. Thought I was out of here. I was like, I've had it. I was really driving to just dove out. Anyway, back at it. So yeah, talking about the GME dilution, it seems like that's what happened. April, what's up? How you doing? It seems like that's what happened. There was dilution. That's not necessarily why the stock dropped, but probably is why. I can't say for certainty that's why, but I would imagine that is why. But I'm not 100% certain on this, but I believe if there's dilution, it usually takes, it's about 24 hours before you see the dip on it. So, there's a possibility. I don't know if you remember, AMC had announced, when AMC did the dilution, they announced dilution, and right after they announced it, it got attacked. The stock got attacked. It took it down to like $2.98, and everyone's like, oh my God, dilution, it killed us, oh my God. Well, it turned out, a few days later, we found out that they had only diluted 25% of what they needed, and they had did it for like 1 day. And so we found out that price drop was what I believe to be manipulation. I don't think it was people selling. I don't think it was that, maybe it was, but like I said, I'm not a financial advisor. I have no factual evidence to back any of that, but it just seemed kind of funny because, Zippy says, who keeps farting? That's Jimmy and Amy. I don't know if you watched the live last night, but we are the fart power that's ready to pop the hedgie's butthole. So price starting to rise, it says. But that's kind of what's funny about it is the dilution in AMC was announced. Next thing you know, it dropped, and it wound up not being dilution at all. And then, the stock rose, and then they finished the dilution later on, and it didn't really drop that much after that. So, they're going to have ways to mess with your brain. I guess the main thing is, I think probably most of the people that are in GME are the same as most people are in AMC. They've already got their mind made up where they're going to be at, where they're going to sell at, whatever the case is. You've got your conviction. AMC is a little more screwy because they've divided and conquered, pretty much not conquered, but they've divided AMC because there's people that are, they consider them yes voters and no voters, and that's how they cause division in AMC. And now you got people just waiting to sell. Like, I can't wait to get my money back to sell because it'll never run. They've convinced people of that. So it seems to me that GME doesn't have that issue, that everyone's still got the conviction and they haven't been divided. And that's one thing that I will say that does bother me about AMC is how they were able to divide. When going into these stocks in the beginning, I think most people understood that they were going to do whatever they could and needed to do to try to get the people out of the play, shake people out. So, like what I was doing with GME, buying low and selling high, in and out, is the type of shit that I didn't want people to do with AMC. So, I'm sorry. I did it. I did the crime, but now I'm doing the time. I'm buying and holding, buying and holding, buying and holding. If I would have just, when I originally had the initial thought to buy back into GME, and if I would have just held at that point, my God, my average was like $10.88. I've averaged up quite a bit now. So, Justin Bieber's back. He keeps saying, kiss me, please, mommy. Justin Bieber's in the house. Wow. I did it. I made it. I got the Biebs. The Biebs asked him for a kiss. How come? And then I keep getting these held for review, but they're gonna let Justin Bieber come in here with the Bieber fever. Grady Beck, what's up? Said I subbed and liked. May I please have a shout out? Shout out to you, man. Thank you. I appreciate it. Sorry that you subscribed, because now you're just gonna be confused like the rest of us. Like, just joking, man. Yeah, I think we have. I do appreciate everyone that subscribes, and I do think that it's good to have. I'm not trying to toot my own horn, but it's good to have people like that, just an average ape like myself, out there talking because I don't put technicals out. I don't, I do my own technical analysis and I talk about it sometimes, but I'm not all charts and all technical. It's just, we're just talking, man. Definitely not a financial advisor. It's just what it is. Rick Bowden, what's up? He says, I'm still holding, but I do have a price, so we'll see. Yeah, and I mean, everyone's entitled to do what they want to do, man. I don't try to sway your opinion either way. If you have, your thoughts, you do what you want to do. You definitely should never listen to a YouTuber on how to sell, how to buy, how to hold, or Reddit or X or Facebook, any of those. What I do with it is I take information and I run with it. Like I'll go to a YouTube channel and I'll hear what they say and then I do my own DD on it. I don't just take the word from it and just like, all right, perfect, that's it. Yeah. He says, Joint says, I did the same in GME. I was too busy buying AMC in order to DCA down, but should have put a couple grand in GME instead. That's, in hindsight, it's always, like what we should have done. We don't have a crystal ball, but I will say this. I think AMC will still have its run. GME is, in my opinion, going to have a run. Will it be the MOAS? Fingers crossed. I think so, but when, I don't know. Right now, everyone's hyped up. This happened a couple weeks ago when Rory and Kitty first came out. Everyone was like, it's time now. And I try to warn people without being too negative that just remember, if you've been in this play long enough, you've seen a lot of ups and downs, and you know how fast it can go back down. So until it happens, it hasn't happened, if that makes sense, in my opinion. I do got a lot of friends too that are like professional traders, and they're like kind of that smug little laugh. Every time I comment something on my Facebook or whatever, it's like the laughing reacting. You really think this is gonna happen? And then you got family that you've been telling for years that I'm gonna be fucking rich off these stocks, and they're like, sure. How's your little stock market trading going? Going to clock in and work, are you? So, God, I can't wait for this shit to happen, man. Juke Joint says if GME hits 100, I'm selling. Yeah, and like I said, man, you have your own opinion, your own thoughts. For me personally, the amount of shares I have in GME isn't enough for me to say, hey, it would be some nice money. Don't get me wrong. But I feel like I've done enough of my bouncing in and out. I've made decent money off of that in and out for a while. So for me, I would like to hold a few hundred to 1,000, but the potential for these things is like literally still in the thousands. Back in the day, remember we would say 100K floor. Obviously that was kind of far-fetched, I think, but is it really? Because if no one ever sold and 10 years down the road, then yeah, we might be there. Bosco says, can you shout out highlights, please? What's up, highlights? Appreciate the sub. Yeah, so that's where we're at, man. How long till Rory and Kitty goes live? Because I should watch that instead of just talking my randomness here. I shouldn't be. I should have got some sleep last night, man. Who else had my reason for not sleeping was a little different. I was helping my mom. If many of you don't know, my mom, I think most of you do know, she's terminal cancer. She's stuck in bed now. I feel horrible for her because she's actually gotten her vitals and everything are strong. It's just, she's in a bad spot. Her body's still fighting, so her vitals are good, but she's got a terminal cancer and it sucks. So, last night I will say this. Last night I had a little trouble. I'm about to have to jump out here in a minute. Last night I did have a little trouble trying to put a buy order in. Now, I know Robinhood's the big bad wolf and we don't like to buy from Robinhood, but I had some shares that I sold from other stocks settle. And if I'm being honest, I think all the brokers are probably all fucked up. You know what I mean? 20 minutes, Kitty goes live. So I'm going to jump out here shortly. Plus my wife's about to jump in the car and she will not allow herself to be on live. Anyways, but God, what was I saying now? Oh yeah, all brokers. I had trouble buying last night. I finally got to go through But when it was down to like that 35, I want to say $36 range, it wouldn't let me buy it. It finally let me buy a limit order at around 42. But I had trouble buying last night, at the 24-hour trade. So I only bought one share at that point. I was just trying to see how it worked, and I wasn't sure it was going to go. But anyways, I guess that's where we're at, man. I got to do some running around still yet. My wife and even my store, it's like customer appreciation day. So we're running on fumes, exhausted. I still got to make burgers and shit for customers and, run sales and oh, they're running again. Juke Joint says, that's what's up. I should have bought more. Said I was here yapping away, but I'll still buy more. Anyways, yeah. So it's going to be a busy day for me, but it's always busy. I got 5 fucking kids. I got 3 businesses going in on my 4th business. Busy. That's why my eyes, you know what I hate? Like, I never noticed how much my eye drooped, especially when I'm exhausted. I watch back on my videos because I don't know why I'm a creep. I watch myself sometimes. But I just be looking at my eye like, why do I look like that? Shit. When this thing molasses and you're going to see a little lift, I'll probably have a butt chin, injected muscles, liposuction my man fat out, use it to feed baby dolphins, save the world, save the planet. That's probably what I'm going to do. So many messages held for review. I wonder what people are saying. They're probably complimenting me. Thank you. Anyways, like I said, man, if you can, hit the like for me. If you haven't subscribed already, because I know a lot of people that watch me sometimes are like, oh, damn, I wasn't even subscribed. Hit like, hit subscribe. And why, I don't know. Just that's what YouTubers say, so I guess I should say it, right? Yeah, let's do that. Let's hit like, hit subscribe. And if I ever have anything breaking news, I will announce what I'm doing. Obviously, it's never financial advice for me, but I do, tell you about what I got going on, other plays as well. I never try to detract from the fact that I believe GME and AMC are the squeeze plays. I don't ever jump into, trying to get you to, oh, there's squeeze here, there's a squeeze here. But I do have other plays. I have a diverse portfolio. But I have been YOLOing. I sold a lot of not just part of my shares. I sold like all my shares in a lot of stocks that I've just been like whatever about. If they had like a 5% gain, and they're the ones that run from 5% up to 5% down, they just kind of bored me. I sold all them shits, and I'm buying GME with it, buying AMC with it. But like I said, man, a couple weeks ago, I alerted one called VNDA. That one went up I sold out about 60% on that one. GH was another one that ran up about 45%. WVE. There's been several plays that I've jumped in and out of that have made some decent money while we wait for the MOAS. So I don't ever tell you to buy, sell, or hold. I just tell you what I'm doing, what I'm up to. I don't charge you for that shit, nothing like that. So it is what it is. Like I said, I'm just one of y'all, man. I'm a regular ass dude. That's it. Regular ass dude that needs to shave and probably get defreckled surgery once we, Novavax ran this past few weeks. Yeah, I saw that one, and I wish I would have jumped into it. I didn't really, to be honest, I didn't even know anything about it. When everyone was pumping FFIE and G-Wave and all that stuff, for me personally, whenever AMC or GME has these big pumps, you'll notice these little side squeezes that all of a sudden people shill. Like, oh my God, jump in. Oh my God, do you see this? Do you see that? What I've learned to do on those plays is if I hear about them early enough, when you just barely start to see the whispers of them, what I do is I generally jump in and the next day jump out. Give myself a quick 20-30% profit and get out and use that money to go back into GME or AMC, which has mainly been AMC for a long time. I've been an AMC ape since the beginning. So GME, I do understand, and I believe in the company as well. So now I'm buying and holding that as well. So I got 2 of them. I got to freaking buy and hold now. I got to make more money so I can throw it back into the fire. But I do believe it'll pay off. Never invest more than you're willing to lose. That's a big thing. I think a lot of people get stuck, and that's why they get stressed out, because maybe invest in a little more than you're willing to lose. For me, the way I look at it, what I've done with AMC for a long time, I've told a lot of people this, if you're new here, you know, instead of buying breakfast or coffee in the morning, I skip it. And I basically look at it that way. Every day you buy food or you buy coffee and you piss and shit it out and you don't think back about it ever. You're like, oh, well, I spent $10 this morning and I digested it. For me, I skip that, or I skip a lunch, or if we go to a dinner, instead of ordering the big lobster and steak, I'll order a fucking appetizer, whatever the case is. That's how I justify it. That's what I do. That's just how I do it. So that way it doesn't bother me. You know, yeah, in the long run, I've spent $20K in a year or something, but that would have been the same amount I would have spent on the food that I was going to digest. So it doesn't stress me out like that. You know what I mean? It's not a big deal. So, I guess if that's how you look for it. So, yeah. Anyway, I'll probably jump out now, man. I've got to, like I said, I've got to run around, do a couple things, waiting on my wife to jump in the whip. Just killing some time. I told her if she's riding around with me, she's gonna be forced to listen to Roaring Kitty on the way. So it is what it is. But if you haven't subscribed, make sure to subscribe. Please hit the like button for me, would you? Could you please hit the like? Would you please hit the like button? Fucking annoying. I annoy myself. If I was here watching that, I would have been out. No. This dude's weird. Weirdo with a beardo. But yeah, I think I'm gonna jump up out of here, man. I think I've said what I could. The whole point of this video is about the dilution. I don't think it's a bad thing. It bolsters a company. It gives them money. It gives them money for whatever they got to use it for. As long as you believe in the company. When AMC diluted, it didn't bother me because I knew they did it for a positive reason. Anything that helps the company in the long run helps me as a shareholder. So I believe that, yeah, it's a little dip at the moment, but in the long run, it's good for the company. It's good for me. You know, that's how I look at it. So with GME, this dilution that they just ran through, if you're a GME holder, you're probably thinking the same thing. But if you're discouraged by it, don't be, because, you know, the more money they have on hand, the more they're going to do. As long as you believe in the company and believe what they're doing, that's one of the keys to everything. You have to like the stock, I believe. I don't think, you know, if you invest in a company, you don't like the stock, or you don't like the company or the business model, it's going to be really hard for you to hold when it's red or when things are going bad. You're going to be you're just going to want out of the stock. So it's definitely, you know, one of the first rules I ever learned when I got into the stock market is you have to believe the CEO and you have to believe in the company. Or you'll never be able to hold the stock through the rough times. So I think most of us, what the hell, I just grew a hair on my arm. Did I just become more of an ape as I said that line? God, that was good. I literally felt something poke up. Can you see that? That shit, fucking hair. One thing about me is I've never had hairy arms. I remember being in school and people being like, just shave your arms. Fucking little girls and shit when I was like 14. And I was like, no, I didn't shave my arms. What the fuck did I do that? I didn't shave my arms, okay? Never shaved my arms. Chelsea. Anyways, so there was a thing going around in school. Oh, look, he shaved his arms. I didn't shave my arms, okay? They just never grew hair. But right now, I said some ape shit. You can't even see it. It's black, though. It's a black hair. I felt something tickle me, and I looked down. There's a brand new hair right there. So I'm growing hairs on live right now by saying some ape shit. Anyways, that's just my opinion on it. Whatever, you know, any stock I invest in, if I plan on being a long-term on it, that's what it is. Uh-oh, here comes my wife. She's got a look on her face like, let's do this shit. So she's about her business. I'm about to jump up off here. Probably gonna go jump into Roaring Kitties live. So a lot of messages held for review. Sorry if you're asking a question, I'm not answering it. Have a good day. Be blessed, and let's get her soon. Peace.